Good morning, this is Michael Schultz, and I just thought I'd go ahead and put together a brief tutorial. I'm here in Atlanta, and a friend of mine here at a conference asked me how to select objects in Photoshop easily. And the main brunt of his question consisted of how to take objects like the one I have in this picture, this horse, and get the fine details of the selection, like the hair. If anybody's experienced in the selection process in Photoshop, a lot of times you'll use either the pen tool or the magic selection tool to try to get the best selection you can, but when hair comes along, like the hair that's on this horse, it can be nearly impossible to isolate every strand. So I just wanted to give you guys a brief tutorial on how to get the emphasis on that hair, how to get a good selection. Now, obviously, the general selection, like the curves and such on the horse, are easy enough, so we're not going to really be focusing on that as much as the hair. In fact, this process does cut out some of this other stuff, but it really makes the hair pop. So I'll show you how all of that works here. Now you can see I've got a really high def image here, and this works for low def images as well. Photoshop has become more and more sophisticated over time, and it's just amazing what it's able to do these days. So what I went ahead and did was I loaded this picture of a horse, and this is the picture that my buddy had actually had me work on with him. So I just wanted to show you guys how I did it. So what I did was I loaded this up, and you can see I've already got a selection going on, but really all I did was, if I deselect here, is I used the lasso tool and I just dragged around. Very general selection, nothing real sophisticated. All I had to do was really just select that. And you don't have to be too detailed. You'll notice that my selection isn't very close to the horse's face or hair or anything like that, just as long as you kind of isolate the horse from the rest of the background enough to make Photoshop know what you're trying to select. Okay. Now, when you're done selecting, there's this really cool new tool that Photoshop gives us, and they've sophisticated it since Photoshop CS5 came out. And I think Photoshop CS 5.5 is has actually got a better version of this, but I'm going to show you what CS5 can do for you. All right. Now, when you've got this lasso tool selected and you've already made your selection, all you have to do is go up to this Refine Edge button. Now you'll see that I actually went ahead and duplicated my layer just in case I screw anything up or I need to grab any more details out of the original image. It's always good to have a backup. All right. So I'm selecting my top layer, my duplicated layer. I'm hitting Refine Edge, and you'll notice right off the bat that it already cuts this out. This is just a preview. It hasn't already cut it out for me. It's just a preview of what it will look like when I refine the selection's edge. All right. And what's really cool is, with the click of one button, you can make this image do some amazing things right off the bat. And you'll notice edge detection. Edge detection is a cool new feature that Photoshop has, and all you have to do to make this start working for you right away is press the radius slider and bring it up. I'm going to bring it up halfway, and you can see already that it's isolated a lot of the hair strands and given us a lot more detail. It's not as sophisticated yet as I'd like to show you, but you can see right off the bat that just sliding this up to 50 or 37% or 37.5 pixels rather has isolated a lot of the strands and brought out the background. And you'll also notice that the hoofs, which are have a white tint to them, have actually been deselected, and that's where our duplicate layer will come in handy, because we'll be able to extract the hoofs and be able to apply them properly as opposed to cutting them out. But it's really the strands of the hair that you'll be interested in here. So let me see if I can zoom in here and show you exactly what's going on. I'm going to keep bringing this radius up, and you'll notice that the background is being extracted. You'll notice that you will lose a couple of hair strands. A little bit of the background is still showing, but as you adjust the edge, these different selections for it, it really depends on what image you're using. But this Refine Edge selection tool has really benefited me in a lot of different ways, rather than trying to select it all and select the blues and try to extract those. It's really a complicated process, and this Refine Edge tool has given you the power now to select things properly. All right, and you'll see as I zoom out that the quality is just amazing as I just go ahead and pop a couple of these values up and show you exactly what's going on here. You can feather it. I don't recommend feathering it, as it does bring a lot of the detail down, but you'll notice that it does add kind of a cool effect to it. But I'm not a big fan of that myself, but it may work for your image. And I'm just going to keep bringing this up. Alright, I've got a selection that I think is going to work for me. Let me actually bring that down just a tad. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and hit OK, and you'll notice that my selection has changed. It's brought everything closer, and now I can just go ahead and hit Command-Shift-I, which is invert selection. So it's now, instead of selecting the horse, it's selecting the background. And when I hit the backspace button, it should delete my background. Let me actually make this invisible and give myself a black background to kind of show what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and delete this and put my black in there. Okay, and so you'll notice that the background, there's still some light back there, but you'll notice for the most part that the strands have been isolated, and once again you're going to have to play with the settings to get it exactly right. But as you throw this into other backgrounds, like you know, a lighter color such as green, you'll notice that you can't really tell. And this will be the case most of the time. But once again, just play with those settings and see what works for you. And if you lose quality in different areas, you can duplicate the layer and use your eraser tool to bring in a lot of the details that you've lost. But once again, these strands of hair have been isolated quite effectively. So this is a tool that I found beneficial in a lot of different aspects, and I'm just hoping that it works for you too. All right, thanks.
What is going on, guys? It's just Gaming FPS here, and today I'm going to be talking about how to get your first 100 subscribers. So basically, just imagine this. So you've got your channel going, you've maybe uploaded 2 or 3 videos, it's all going good, you're putting some good efforts into your content, you've obviously got a good microphone, your content's HD 720p or above. Those are the basic kind of things you need, and of course, so take it this way, you've got all this, you've started your channel, but you're just not gaining these subs. So the first thing is you need to upload at least 1 video a week, because imagine this, there's thousands and thousands of gaming channels, and most of those are uploading daily. So if you're not uploading at least weekly, you're going to get nowhere, because say you do the same content as someone else and they go to their channel and see they're uploading daily, you're doing good content but you're uploading weekly, they're obviously going to be going to the daily one because they know they can get better content and just more content. And what people are looking for, viewers, is obviously games like Call of Duty and GTA. There's updates all the time, so you just want to be able to stick to your schedule and just go for it. So basically what you also want to do is, say, upload your videos at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock each night, whatever time you want, so that your viewers know when to come back and they can actually expect a video. So say you go at the end of your video, I'll see you tomorrow at 8:30, then your viewers will know to come back at 8:30 tomorrow and know that there'll be a video waiting so they can watch one. So the next thing is to properly tag your videos. Don't just tag stuff like, say you're a gamer, don't just tag like vlogging for charity, funny dog, cute dog. Don't tag stupid stuff like that. Say you're doing gaming, tag gaming, Xbox, Xbox One, Microsoft, Call of Duty franchise, Black Ops 2, Ghosts, etc. And then the next thing is write meaningful descriptions. So another thing you want to do while you're writing these descriptions is write keywords in them. So say you're doing a Grand Theft Auto video, you want to say, today I explain about Grand Theft Auto 5, this new update, how to make money fast, and you want to make sure to use all these words like money 5, the update name, so that if someone searches it on Google, you basically get a higher SEO, which means it will be higher up in the search bar, so more people will be able to see it. The next thing is film what you know. Say you're a gamer and you play Mario Kart and you've never played Call of Duty, don't then go play a game of Call of Duty and film it, as it's very likely people are going to hate you a lot for not having experience within the game, and start like, just generally, people hate at the most stupid things. If they can find an opportunity in your video that they don't like, they'll do it. As in, recently, I've literally had people come and comment on my video and just say bad. As in, they haven't said bad because I don't like you, because your voice hasn't broken. As in, that's the most ridiculous thing, but they don't care. As in, they're probably sitting behind a computer and they're probably 62, don't have a job, and if they do, it's probably getting £2.50 an hour, but they don't care, do they? They just want to find something to hate. If you look at Syndicate, who's one of the most experienced Minecrafters, you'll still see people saying you don't know what you're doing, stupid stuff like that, so just don't let them bother you. And the next thing is you want to start with the hook. So your introduction is one of the most important things. I'd recommend you say your name so that people know your name, and like when someone says your name, it rings a bell and they think, oh, I know him, he's great at blah blah blah. So yeah, the last thing you want to do is end with a call to action. So basically what this means, at the end of your video, don't just say bye, say subscribe to your channel, link your videos in Facebook, or ask them to leave comments below, etc. So next on to editing, which is basically, these are all basic stuff, but I'm just letting you know. So you want to obviously edit your videos. Even basic editing can help separate your video from the thousands of similar videos on YouTube. So edit out any mistakes or bad content, develop transitions, and practice your camera work. So say you're a vlogger, obviously if you're a gamer you don't need to do this, you just need to make sure your content is good enough, aka 720p or above. Because basically, if you're doing like, I don't know, 360p, no one's going to want to watch it, just because things have advanced so much that no one's want to go back. Say they've just watched Alier's video and it's 1080p, they don't want to then go and watch your video, which is 360p, because it's just such a strange transition. So yeah, this is just basic editing. So you want to obviously not have shaky cameras. If you have a face cam, make sure it's in a good position, not just like filming your nose or anything like that. So next thing is building your channel. So you want to keep your content consistent, interact with your subscribers, which basically means to replying to good comments, giving shout outs to subscribers if you want to, say if someone's been active on every single one of your video, leaving constructive things. So if I was to give someone a shout out, it'd be Gihab. I think that's how you pronounce it, at least, because he is so awesome, honestly. He doesn't leave a comment on every one of my videos saying, okay, nice, cool, stuff like that. He always leaves something constructive, and I always know that he's watched it. The next thing is to advertise your channel. So use other social networking outlets such as Facebook and Twitter to advertise your channel. Let your friends and followers know what you've uploaded and when you've uploaded a new video. So include like a quick blurb about it when you post it. So if you upload, you'll see underneath public it says add a message to your video. So you should say something like new video. For me it'd be new video on how to gain more subscribers, how to get 100 subscribers, how to advance your audience, blah blah blah, Call of Duty gameplay in background, hope you enjoy. So these are probably all the basic things, and if you do all of these consistently for say, maybe even I'd say a month, you'd have, if you did all of these, honestly, if you did this for a month, you'd probably have 100 subscribers. So, and of course there's other things like applying for shoutouts, community channels, and I will be doing separate videos on these, as after all my content is about growing your channel. So here's just a few little tips, as in, feel free to tune out of the video, these are just a few small things. So ignore nasty comments because the people who write them are just jealous, so just delete it and kind of move on, and be confident in yourself and your videos. So I'm generally not the most confident person in real life, but I'm happy to talk behind a microphone because I know that no one can really criticise me so much that it won't affect me. So if someone leaves a comment on my video, I'm really not going to care, to be honest, as in it can affect me less. Literally, I'll just see their comment. I don't even delete comments saying bad and stuff because I just find them so stupid. Literally, they don't affect me. What does affect me is comments saying good, great video. So let those things affect you. So a lot of people say be unique, but this isn't necessarily true because you can't really be unique. You need to kind of go with the crowd, see what other people are uploading that are popular, and go with that. So the next thing is to avoid promises you won't comply to. So if you say something like, when I hit 1,000 subscribers I'll go skydiving, and you're scared of heights, don't do stuff like that. Just don't do things like, say for 500 subscribers I'm going to eat 1,000 gummy bears, and you know you obviously won't do that, and you're just doing that to gain subs. So the next thing is thumbnails are a great way to earn viewers. Make sure you make a custom thumbnail, and like don't use ones of the ones that are already there. So don't just copy someone's, you need to make yours stand out. So maybe bright colours, nice font, not like word art, nothing like that. And the next thing is, of course, quite obvious, don't offend other channels. So don't go around trash talking people, because people will then see your comments, and I see this all the time. So say you go onto, Syndicate Project's channel and say you're rubbish, you're useless, people are then gonna look at that comment, and they usually get quite high up because so many people reply giving you hate. People then click on your channel, leave a dislike, come back and criticize you. So don't do that. Anyway guys, because this video is going on for so long, I'm gonna cut it here, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you next time. Bye.